Starting the engine is something that we all have to do if you have a 4-stroke dirt bike, but I see so many people making mistakes that can not only make it harder to start, but it can also reduce the reliability of your bike. So in this video I want to show you some simple steps to make it easier, as well as making your dirt bike more reliable. So the first thing is make sure you got the gas on, as well as the choke. And if your dirt bike has a carburetor with an accelerator pump, such as a motocross bike like a Kian FCR pumper carb, you can use that to your advantage when the engine is cold. So if you twist the throttle, give it a quick twist, every time you do that, the accelerator pump is shooting a small amount of gas into the carb, and this essentially richens the mixture, making it easier to start when the engine is cold. So if you haven't started it that day, so 1, 2, maybe even 3 quick flicks of your wrist if the temperature is really cold, or if you have an older air-cooled engine like my XR200, I found out that if I turn the idle screw up when the engine is cold, this makes it a lot easier to start. So the difference between turning the idle screw up and cracking the throttle is that sometimes you crack it too much and this can make it too lean. So I turn it up, I start it up, and then once the idle kind of settles down a little bit or it starts to come up, then I turn the idle screw back down to normal as the engine warms up. So most 4-stroke dirt bikes have higher compression. This means that there's more resistance when you're starting it. So when you're kick-starting it, it's going to be a lot harder to kick down than most 2-stroke dirt bikes. So to make it easier to kick over and start, you want to find top dead center. So this is when the piston gets to the top of the stroke, and you do that by slowly kicking through the Kickstarter with your leg until you find that when it gets to the most resistance. This means it's at the top, and then you go just past that, you move your leg down just a little bit more, and once it releases that little bit of pressure, then you can start it. And then the next tip is just as important, is you want to make sure that first kick counts. So some people, if they know it's going to be hard to kick, they lift their foot up off the Kickstarter and then just slam it down. Not only is this harder on your bike, on your Kickstarter, on the Kickstarter gears, but it's also dangerous because you can rip your foot open or your leg, especially if you're not wearing motocross boots. So what you want to do is keep your foot rested on the kickstart lever, and then you want to almost jump up and use your body weight to put all your weight into your leg as you're kicking down. This is basically using your body's leverage to kickstart the bike, and it'll make it a lot easier to kick over and start, hopefully on the first kick if you followed all these steps so far. And another simple tip when the engine is cold is don't touch the throttle. Most 4-stroke dirt bikes don't like it when you touch the throttle. This can give them too much gas if there's an accelerator pump, or it can cause it to be too lean and make it harder to start when it's cold. But this can also cause the kickstart lever to kick back up at you, and that can really hurt, and if you're wearing tennis shoes, worse things can happen. Just Google some pictures. Actually, don't if you don't like blood. So now I want to show you how to properly ride a 4-stroke dirt bike, and I have a free basic techniques guide that shows you how to efficiently use your body so that you have more control, you stay safer, and you can ride faster in less time. You can go to motocrosshideout.com/free-lessons, or the link is in the description below. This is Kelly Fager from Motocross Hideout. Learn more, ride more, so you can stay safe and have fun for many years to come.